You cannot be mad at people who are succeeding or doing better than you at something that you like if you never put yourself out there in the first place. This is something that I struggled with for a lot of my life. I know a lot of people who are very successful and doing very well in industries, like really two industries, my main ones, comic books and voiceover, when you don't put yourself out there. And I believe it was a guy I watch on YouTube named Devotions with DeMarcus. I believe it was him. He's really good. He says that failure is a free tutorial on how to do it right the next time. It's like something along those lines. I'm most definitely paraphrasing. But if you don't put stuff out there, you can't fail and you can't get better. And I'm gonna tell you right now, this is a point I've been wanting to talk about with somebody for the last couple days. If you, like, think that other people encountered no hardship whatsoever on their way to the top or to get where they are now, like, even if they're not all the way at the top, but they're doing pretty dang good, like, they're on their up and up, you are delusional if you think that everyone succeeds and you don't. Every single person fails in some way or another. Now, this I always knew, but for me, the main point I struggled with was, I'm jealous and envious of this person for getting, like, manga of the year or winning this manga contest when, hey, Sheepdog, you never freaking put out a manga to begin with. Like, yeah, I know! This is what my mind sounds like when I'm talking to myself in my head. You need to put your things out. Yes, I know I need to put my things out, but I am scared to put them out. Well, if you don't put them out, you're never gonna get anywhere. I know. I'm working on it. And you know what it is? Probably fear of rejection. Not gonna lie, because I recently put up my manga here. If I can put it on the screen, I don't know, because I'm editing on my phone. But I recently put up chapter 1 of Game On, Dream On, which I love dearly. It's not my favorite series that I'm developing right now, but it's a big risk for me to put that out there to my ego, which I'm sure will be thoroughly crushed. It got so far, like, to this day, I posted it yesterday on New Year's Day, on Manga Plus. And it has gotten so far, I think, a good 392 views and 1 like and 1 favorite. I'm pretty sure I know who that person is, and I'm pretty sure they did it out of pity. Thank you, though. But, yeah, if I've been having this calling in my spirit to put it out, to finally just release it, and, I talk to God a lot. We all know that I'm a Christian here, and I've tried to grow in my walk with him every year. I want to be, closer and better communicating with God. And for about 2 months, I heard him say, upload your manga. And, like, whatever you have now, just do it. Just upload it. Just get it done. And I waited until the first of the month not to be, like, disobedient or whatever, just because I wanted a better chance of getting eyes on it for Shueisha's contest. But, excuse me, just had lunch. Yeah, so I waited until the first, but, you know, it was already ready to go forever. I'm still waiting to publish on Legend. We have a couple of, translation setbacks that are happening, which is why mine hasn't come out yet. But, I digress. And, you know, the thought occurred to me, like, whether this is gonna get, this might even be a spiritual lesson for you if you're watching this and you're also Christian and you're going through, like, the same, spirit of, like, rejection and fear, that I am. But, in my mind, my spiritual reasoning was, you know, no one's ever gonna see who I am or what I am capable of. Like, even if they don't like Game On, maybe they'll see potential in me for something else. And that's just as valuable, right? And if I never put Game On out there, they'll never see it. And whether God told me to upload that so he can bless it and make something of me with this beautiful talent and gift that he's given me of art, that's great. If he told me to upload it so I can get good feedback and be like, well, it wasn't exactly how, it didn't perform exactly how you want it, but at least you got good feedback and you can build off of it and make your future art and stories better. Even better. Like advice is so good. Well-meaning critique is good. And also he could have told me, like, throw it up there so you can get your ego absolutely destroyed, and maybe in my world I need to be knocked down a peg. Like, I don't consider myself super prideful and whatnot, and I try to humble myself every single day and, be humble, but one thing I have been taught over the course of 2023 is that a lot of people have hidden pride. And I don't say I'm humble to be like, humble flex, humble brag. No, it's just like I've had my eyes opened a lot in 2023 to like hidden pride. It wasn't like I'm better than you pride. It was more just like I'm so awful pride. That's a whole thing we could go into, but essentially just like I thought, instead of thinking I was better than everybody else, I thought I was just so much worse than everybody else, and that is also in itself a form of pride. And he's really been working on me with that, and I think we've made really good progress, but in a way I still get kind of nervous to talk about it because it's like, I don't want to come off prideful still, but like I'm working on it. I'm working on humbling my spirit every day. And unfortunately that comes with the fact of not everybody's gonna like my stuff, and I am not the best in the world, and I know I can improve on a lot of things. And you really, I want to jump into that. I want to cover that. You really won't know unless you put it out, try, time goes by, and you look back and go like, oh, wow, yeah, like that was really crappy at the time, but look how much better I've gotten now and how much I've learned. Because I published my first one-shot, which was about 11 or 12 pages in 2022, the summer of 2022. I worked 7 days straight, and I did like a 11 or 12 page one-shot called Fench. And I was like, wow, this looks good. This is gonna be so successful. I didn't sell a single copy. Oh my god, I was so delusional. But I needed that delusion a little bit to push me to actually put it out there. And I realized, it did help me get a job with illustration, and it pushed me to try something new and like dedicate myself and finish something, because it's something I struggle with so bad, is like just finishing the project. And yeah, like I needed a little bit of delusion to push me to do it and put it out there so confidently. And then, I looked at it, compare it to Game On, which I obviously, like I said, is not going to be my magnum opus because I'm always learning and developing, but I looked at it in comparison to Game On and I was like, wow, these bubbles are awful, the text and the size of the text is everywhere, the art is really, the composition is, and like, I had no idea what I was doing. I was just like making a manga, and now I have so much. The increase, the development, like, of my talent and my eye for things and my skill. I think that's what I was trying to say. Like the increase of my skill, whatever you want to say, is palpable. Like, if you put these two comics side by side, it's like, whoa, Sheepdog, like, you figured out better dialogue, you figured out like bubble and text consistency and size consistency, you figured out like my anatomy's gotten better, not a ton, but like it, you can see the development. And I would have never had anything to compare A to B to if I had never put the first one out. But circling back to I just wanted to make sure I covered that topic, but circling back to being envious or jealous of other people's success when you don't even try, right? I'm not going to say specific names. There is someone in the manga community who I look up to, and I don't want envy and jealousy, which those are not really positive words, but I also want to make the point, I'm not envious and jealous to the point of where, like, I'm saying, like, oh, I see their success and I'm like, I want their downfall. Because that's not who I am. That's not who I am. It's not who I am at all. It's just envy and jealousy in the sense of, like, God, I wish I was like that. In the sense of, like, just the, like, I'm not even gonna say it was confidence because I don't know these people that deeply and I can't speak on them, but they had the bravery, like the courage to just put it out there, and whether it was liked or unliked, they did it. They just did it. And I tell myself this all the time, like, you have to just do it. Just put it out there. You know, I talk about it, a video forever ago about doing that for YouTube, but for me, YouTube and, like, my writing, my comics, and my voiceover, these are two separate things, because YouTube is not necessarily, like, a career. It's more of just, like, a hobby I also kind of get paid to do with, like, ad revenue, right? But YouTube, I can have fun, and I'm not trying to meet, like, a huge standard, right? I'm just having fun and posting fun stuff, and luckily a lot of people like it, and they come and support me, and we have a good time. And maybe that's another reason why I don't have enough fun with my creative professional work. Like, maybe I'm too focused on being a perfectionist. My God, that's a whole nother thing we could go into. But I am trying to, like, nix my perfectionism in this area, because I think that's holding me back so much. It's like self-doubt that roots from perfectionism, because I look at manga a lot every single day because of my job, and you know what? And I mean this in, like, a kind way, obviously, but you gotta go fast. You gotta draw fast, you gotta think fast, you gotta do everything fast when you want to publish, right? And I see so many mistakes in these mangas that, like, you know, glazing over it, no one's really gonna look at it. That's the whole point, though, right? When you're just reading it, you don't notice it, but me looking at it, like, every single panel, because I have to stare at it every single day to do stuff with it, I start seeing mistakes. And I'll see in one chapter, like, one chapter, I'll see a mistake on almost every single page sometimes, and I'm like, wow, they let that get through? And at first it was like, wow, you let that get through? Like, huh, kind of messy, I guess, but, like, you know, whatever. But that's also, I guess, a form of pride speaking, because I was like, you know, I would zoom in and then do all these details and everything, and it's just like, people aren't even gonna really look at it. Like, you can't even either you can't see it half the time, or the right people who would, like, look at it for that long and appreciate it, 1 in a million probably, you know what I mean? So honestly, it taught me, like, a learning experience. Like, it's okay to be a little messy. It's okay to not be perfect. And you know what? The main point was that, you know what, Sheepdog? You know the difference between this manga and your manga? And why you're reading it and they have a contract and they're getting paid for it and yours isn't? Because they put theirs out. And it doesn't matter if they messed up a little bit. They did it. They put it out, and here it is. At the very least, if you hit ground zero, it's your manga has not even been published yet. Theirs has. They put it out there, and they went somewhere with it. And you know what? You will never go anywhere if you don't just do it. Just do it and put it out. And that was a really... why can I never think? Whenever I do these videos, I always lose my words. Strong, concrete, like a concrete slap in the face. Like, it was a very obvious realization for me. And yeah, that's my point. Like, you will, excuse me, you will never succeed. You will never even have a chance of succeeding if you don't put your stuff out there. And you can't be jealous of people for their success if you don't put yourself out there. It's work. And you have to do the work. Like, there's no other way that you're gonna get there. And I'm not saying this in an accusatory way. If it kicks you in the ass, and that's what you need, good, I'm glad. But no way am I saying this like, I realize that you should realize this too, like I am. But I'm saying this as like I say everything in my videos, as a friend, and as somebody that, you know, I hope you look up to me if you're watching my YouTube videos, but just, you know, advice, like trying to pass down lower the ladder. You know what I mean? Like, to help other people figure it out as quicker than I did. Sorry, my neighbor pulled up and it's really awkward. Oh my god, I hate when people see me filming. So I'm just gonna lean back a little bit because that's awkward. But yeah, I mean, that was really all I wanted to say anyway, so I guess I could end this video here. But yeah, like, put your stuff out there. Don't be jealous of people when they've put stuff out and you haven't. And yeah, wow, this threw off my entire vibe. I'm the Silent Sheepdog. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this message blessed you and helped you get through your day. But yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye!